Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fashion Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith, and I'm here as always with Marcy Carmack. Today, we're at the Cannes Film Festival, and we're taking a look at the red carpet fashion. I mean, neither Marcy and I speak French, and we don't give tips, we don't follow trends, but we're going to try to walk you through this today. And Marcy, why don't you first set us off with the significance of the Cannes Film Festival and its impact on fashion?
Cannes is the oldest film festival that I know of, and it's sort of the preeminent and one that fashion people and film people are looking toward. So we're excited to talk about a few of the looks
And we're going to
that I like.
take a look at some of the things you picked out for us today to take a closer look at. That's a knockout.
Yeah, this woman Topeka is in a number of things on the red carpet, and this one is very, very flattering on her. I believe it's done by an Indian designer, and I love that collar.
Yes.
I think it's unique and fabulous.
It's a kind of example of fashion as accessory and as a piece of jewelry at the same time, because that's essentially how she's wearing it.
Yes, I think it might be, though, actual beading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is very pretty.
And this is her again. She's wearing a sort of a tinsel.
It's very shimmery, very sleek,
And it looks like tinsel in black.
ultra glamorous.
This is Michelle Williams, a la Gucci.
And
No,
so,
sorry, Chanel.
So even maternity makes it to the red carpet these days.
Yes, yes, indeed. Rihanna came to the red carpet recently at the very end of her pregnancy, and she looked great. And I think most women think they can do that. I personally think they should take a break and come back after they've had their child, but it's not up to me.
And we wouldn't know this as Chanel. And then it's also not remarkable in that it doesn't really flatter her, does it?
No.
Per se. No. Okay. Good.
And as Stanley mentioned earlier, he didn't think her posture was great. And I think that was an interesting observation.
Well, I mean, I don't know which comes first. I mean, I think it was Audrey Hepburn that said that she really wasn't a very good actress. She just put on the outfit and then she felt like she played the part. And I just don't know which came first. Was this person not feeling attractive and then therefore wasn't able to carry off the gown, or vice versa? I don't really know what happened here, but it's I'm glad she's there and I hope she's having a good time. But I mean, if we had to offer her a tip, Marcy, I mean, my tip as a visual merchandiser was just, it should have had something zany, like a big belt around her whitest section with a big buckle, or a zany updo, or something that made it, maybe they just captured her at a awkward position on the red carpet, but it didn't look like she was having a good time.
I don't know how far along she is in pregnancy, but the awkwardness to me is being pregnant. I mean, again, I think they should take a season off. Why not? I mean, it's very grueling season. So,
Well,
and not that she doesn't look beautiful, because she is an amazingly beautiful woman, but I guess it's just not my taste to come to the red carpet with this far along. And this gal, Nabila, looks spectacular, and she's pregnant as well.
yes, and I mean, crazy as it might seem, I didn't notice that at first because I thought she looks beautiful.
Yeah,
but you're
to
right.
me, she's
pregnant.
She is. It just looks like she looks like a confection. She looks like a wedding cake, or yeah.
And I was struggling to describe this as crochet or applique or peekaboo. I really don't know what to call it, but it's a beautiful effect, isn't it?
Yes. Diane Kruger seems to always get it right. Of course, she's beautiful and has a great figure. But this red dress by Oscar de la Renta is great on her. And I think red is hard with a red carpet. There is a difference in the reds, but in this case, I think it works.
Yeah, so we have talked about that. The idea, one of your talking points is that anyone can wear any color as long as it's the right shade. So is she wearing the right shade for her?
She is.
I also love that we're seeing a little shoe. I mean, I'm noticing that as a consistent theme we're seeing the shoe in a number of different, most all the looks. And that's most often they're gold, black, or silver. It seems to be pretty appropriate. And I also love this. I noticed this the first time I went through the deck, the paparazzi, and I was so impressed that they're coming across as so well behaved and well mannered. And later on, I realized it's because they're all well dressed. So obviously, whoever put this event together decided to elevate this event by making sure that those in the background were dressed for the occasion.
And here's another Diane Kruger look. She is wearing, what did we decide this was?
Oh,
me.
Yeah. And I was struck by the silver. The silver, we've seen a lot of gold lately, but silver it's a stunner.
Yeah. Beautiful shoes. I can only guess who those are. Manola Blahnik or many other people do beautiful shoes like that.
Yes. And I thought it could have been a miss. I mean, she could have come across looking like the Tin Man, but she didn't. So I think that worked out well for her.
Yeah, she looks great. Now, this is somebody I've been seeing around, Kristen Stewart, who is a gorgeous woman, just breathtaking, really. And when she started at Chanel, she was a brunette, and now she's blonde. I think I prefer her as a brunette, and I don't know. I don't know. I hope she's getting more help from Chanel, because this isn't a great look.
And you said she was primarily a makeup model for Chanel initially.
Well, photography, yeah, makeup, and
so maybe she doesn't have the best shape, physical attributes for modeling or being a model for clothing, but she still could have been appropriately attired in something that was more flattering. And we went around and around on this particular fashion, and we just decided, Marcy decided this was definitely the wrong color, wrong look, wrong fit for this person. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I think. She's just really, really a pretty girl, and this is not enhancing
Just
her looks.
But this is a better iteration, perhaps.
Yeah.
So same person.
Yes. Same person. And she is wearing a bustier that's unbuttoned or just sort of designed to be unbuttoned. And that's a nice little detail and a simple look that looks great.
And it's a little bit more sporty. So maybe for some, when in doubt, either go dressier, or when in doubt, maybe go sportier. That would be my take on this. It's working for her, a little more casual sportswear look. Because yeah, it just seems to work a little bit better. And again, I love that we're seeing shoes in most every instance here, and even their hair up and sunglasses. It just makes it a little bit more. I think you don't hear the word jaunty anymore, but it's the word that comes to mind.
Where does that word come from?
Came from the East Coast, I think, in the 80s.
So this is a cute look.
And same person again.
Yeah. Yeah. So many of the actresses have walked a lot of red carpets, just like Diane Kruger.
Okay. Well, is this working because as we decided earlier, that she doesn't really have a waist and she's short-legged, that this is working because it's kind of mitigating the ill effects of both of those attributes? Is that what's happening here? Because it kind of is giving her the illusion of a waist. It's giving her the illusion of hips, and it does camouflages her short legs.
Well, I'm not 100% sure she has short legs, but based on the photograph, I mean, photographs can be deceiving.
Well, let's get her in and find out.
I do think you're right. This has a nice waist and a sort of a nice poof to the skirt, so that, yeah, it's very good looking. It's pretty, looks great on her.
Yeah, and at first I thought this was a drop earring, but it's not. It's something in the background, but the drop earring would not have been bad, would it?
No. And this is Helen Mirren, and she is wearing, I think Prada, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, I think I got carried away or missed it, because this is such a different look for Helen. I didn't recognize her at first.
If it's the styling, it's not the fashion, it's the styling. That's different.
Her hair and makeup is quite different. And
you said it's you were going for edgy, and that helps. That helped me frame it. I can see that.
Yeah. So again, it's a very different look for her. I think it's going to be very divided. There'll be people that love it and people that don't.
But
I
yeah,
am not crazy about it for her because she's looked so amazing in years past, and I'm not sure edgy's the way she wants to go. But
well, I'm just wondering, in thinking about it, is it edgy because she's styled as a young person and not instead of being styled as an old person? Is that what makes it edgy? Like her styling would work. I don't want to say would work, but it's maybe more akin to what you'd see on a younger person instead of being styled as an older person. Like
I
when you're,
don't think anyone wants to be styled as an older person.
well,
Um,
but
she
don't you think
has,
people are? Don't you think people are?
well, I mean, they have to take into consideration certain things. But when she looks the way I think she looks most beautiful is in a classic way that she looks herself. She doesn't look old. She just looks fantastic.
But she is styled as an older person, Marcy, because they have like more of a coif do. This is she has her hair just hanging there as a young person would, because a young person doesn't need the framing of a do. So I think that's what I'm perceiving is going on here, is that the edgy is that she was styled as if she was a younger person, and then we're having the what do you call it, cognitive dissonance of of something going on here. That's my take. But the dress, we like the dress, don't we? Like the dress?
Yeah, but we like Helen Mirren even more. At least I do. Here is Bella Hadid in sort of a 70s. It has a 70s vibe, this dress by
Yes.
Gucci's. And she looks great.
She does look, she looks lovely, and she looks elegant, but also kind of casual at the same time.
Right.
And
Casual elegance.
and again, we weren't talking about the trends, but that was a trend we did look at earlier in the year, was the cutout. Cutout?
Mm-hmm. Tiny little cutout, but
Yeah. Is it
cutout.
gimmicky or is it fashion? Is it always, it's always in fashion somewhere, isn't it, Marcy, the cutout?
Sure. I think. I mean, as long, I mean, my idea is that as long as it flatters you, everything's
And
good.
she's got a Gucci chain belt or something, either going through it or underneath it, it looks like. Something's
Or maybe, yeah, I
something's
guess
going
you're
on there.
right.
Yeah.
I thought it was just attached to the dress, but I think you're right.
Yeah, can't quite see a little glam, a little Gucci glam.
And here she is on another red carpet in Versace. And that I think this is vintage Versace. And I wouldn't have guessed it was Versace because it's so much more, I want to say elegant
I was
than
going to
what
say
they did.
elevated. It's really kind of luxurious, isn't it?
It is, but the shape is very, it's just more, I don't know what word I just used, but it doesn't look like Versace. It looks like it could be Lanvin or some other French
It looks very French, yes.
designer. Now you're going to talk about this.
Well, only because the trends we don't talk about. This was one of the trends, was the bustier or the bra over the outer garment look, and even the tunic kind of looking idea, even though it's a print. I mean, is that a hit or a miss, Marcy?
I think it's a hit.
Only
I
because
think,
it's just so postmodern.
yeah, and it's just very different from all the other attendees. And I like Loewe. I think that from a stylistic, artistic standpoint, that's modern art.
And also, do you think because she's Asian, do you think that that's just more in keeping with a little different approach? I think that's part of it. I think that's why she's
Not
able to pull it off.
necessarily.
Well, would you think Helen would have been? Would she even able to pull this off?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't know that I could say that. I mean, I think she wouldn't feel maybe comfortable in this kind of dress, but I think Asian women often go for Chanel, and so there's nothing you can say across the board about who would look good in that.
It's all how you put it together and how you style it and the confidence you have wearing it. I suppose that's what we saw today.
Well, and how it flatters you.
We'll take a closer look at this this evening with the rest of the guests and panel, and maybe dig a little deeper into what we're seeing and some of the nuances and cultural background that we bring to it and looking at it and experiencing it together. Fashion Coffee Hour is always on Monday evenings at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll include our email in the description of the video, so we'll be happy to send you an invite, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon.